Okay, so here we are. So once this is back in, now you gotta unplug it. It doesn't have like an off switch, so you gotta unplug it. This is the system that goes in. Now notice it's up. These are both full of water. When it's not full of water, it kind of makes it a little bit difficult to start up again because it's kind of like a siphon hose or anything you use to clean it out. It just takes a little bit to get it started. So all right. Once it's back in, just latch that, and then those will release open. That's why I filled it all the way up, so I don't have to worry about it. And then, my system's a little dirty down here. Alright, and then we just turn it on. Alright, and then you'll see some of the excess kind of coming through. It's all the air bubbles. And that's really it. And you don't have to worry about much. And so what it does, that's where the water gets sucked in. It comes down to that one, goes through all that box shit system, pushes out, and comes out this one. So it creates a nice little, little vortex kind of current system in it. And I put the bubbles right here next to it so that it kind of gives it a chance to, like food and stuff, gives it kind of a chance to go back in, let the fish eat it before it gets sucked up into that filter system. And that's really about it. Sorry this isn't more scientific, but that's how I clean my fish tank. And all that crap that's floating around, that's it's a shrimp feed that I use to feed that little guy right there. And really any freshwater fish, they're a, let me get over here to the fridge and I'll show you. Brine shrimp is what it's called. You can get it at PetSmart. It's this stuff. They're little cubes. Hold on. It's just little cubes of frozen shrimp. And so I thaw it out and stick it in there, and then it allows, kind of floats around. So the fish don't really eat all of it, and since they're so small, they really do get sucked up here pretty easily. And so that's really what all that is. And so on the back, let's see, these, clean these out every once in a while. I probably once every 2 months, 3 months, or if your current starts to slow. If you're using that kind of feed. If you don't use any other kind of feed, like what I'll use for my koi fish, I use this. And obviously for the betta fish, I use the betta food. I use these tablets for the crawfish that I have that is hiding. Where's that guy? I actually don't know where he is. He probably buried himself way in there. He lives underneath this castle. He's albino, and he's probably about that big. So when he's walking around, he's probably about that big. He barely fits in the hole. Anyways, so yeah, that's it. And then when I do a water change, I'll probably take the water out down to about here. So about that much, maybe right there, maybe about halfway, 3/4 halfway, something. And then obviously suck it all up. And then when I put the water back in, I just do a splash of this. This helps take out the chlorine and conditions the water and just make sure everything's good for the fish. So and that's about it. Every once in a while you can use these algae rounds, but after I did the algae rounds for a little bit, I actually have an algae issue. If you look right here on the tank, it's actually more than it's been, but I just cleaned out that filter when I made this video, so the algae issue will stop. But the algae sharks, they'll pretty much take care of it, so you don't want to use the algae rounds that often, because if you do, then it'll create this algae issue. So, yep. Anyways, hope all this helps you out. Have a good one, man.